Hi everyone, my journey from hardcore gamer to non-gamer, or how I got rid of my gaming devices. I played World of Warcraft, Battlefield, Fortnite, The Witcher, GTA 5, really excessive. It was way too much, unfortunately. Basically, story-based games are great because they have a defined ending. For example, you simply play through The Witcher 3 main story, do all the side quests, uncover the map, and that's it. After that, there's not much more to experience. Once you're done, you move on to the next game. Nowadays, there are so many games coming out a month that you can play through the whole day, the entire week, even the entire month. I used to play during the week, in the evening, and then sometimes the entire weekend. It's like binge watching. You just want to finish or playing or watching something. Similar to online games like World of Warcraft. New content comes out and you just want to rush through it. However, these games are designed so that you just can't finish and keep investing time to stay on the bar, so to speak. Whether it's because you're not strong enough to complete the final content with others, or you just want to get that one more achievement or complete a collection. When you invest that much time in video games, something else falls by the wayside, presumably. At least that's what I thought. What else bothered me was that after I finished the game, somehow there was no satisfaction left. In addition, you have the feeling that you don't get things done. Also the sense of missing something, or the fear of missing out. Gaming became more a job than a game. I had to spend time on repetitive daily tasks to progress further, but I already had a job. I was exhausted. At Nintendo 64 times there were only a few games to play. Likewise, some had to get the money together first for video games. Now you're really flooded with games. Epic Games alone gives you 1 or 2 games a week. Who can spend that much time playing through these growing libraries? My Steam, GOG and Epic Games libraries are huge, but I have played approximately 10% of them. Some games not even started. It's unfortunate how much money is spent on something like this that isn't even used. After struggling for a while, I decided to limit my game consumption. How did I do that? I didn't really want to, as I had found my comfort zone in gaming. My friends and girlfriend just wanted to spend more time with me in real life. I was reluctant to do that. But since I had less time due to work, I had to skip one or another gaming day. However, not many hours passed without a thought of gaming. I also had a hard time telling my friends that I was staying at home to play video games. Most of my online friends were scattered worldwide and had the same interest, playing video games. My real friends and family could not relate to video games, so it didn't feel good for me to talk about it. And since the real friends and the real family were ultimately more important to me, I started to reduce my time for video games a few years ago. I planned more evening appointments like hanging out with my real friends, where my online friends were pissed off because I couldn't participate in a group activity. In the beginning, I wanted to please everyone. This urge then passed because it was often just a give and not a take relationship. If you weren't there, you were replaced by a stranger. Thus, it was ultimately easier for me to distance myself from it. The more time I spent in real life, the less time I spent in virtual life. For the last 3 years, I only played a few games, for instance Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk 2077, Celeste. Games that draw my attention and where the story was enjoyable. I still bought games, but the urge to play through them wasn't there anymore once I had them. Every now and then I installed an MMORPG just to log in and be reminded that the time was better spent on something else. The time had come to get rid of my gaming devices. First, I sold my high-end gaming PC. I had it mainly only for playing games. And so that I could continue to do other things like Office, I got myself a MacBook. You cannot play games on it, but it's not breathtakingly good at it. The first months without a PC were as if something deep inside me was missing. However, this feeling then passed. After that, it was the Nintendo Switch's turn. I had played through all the essential games, for instance, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and no longer had any use for it. Until yesterday, I still had my PS5 with a lot of games. I have long struggled here because I wanted to leave a door open into the virtual world. I also unsubscribed all YouTube channels and websites with gaming content to no longer be hooked or have the urge to look something up. Until now, I had almost no communication with my former virtual friends. I think they behave like nomads. They stay a while for a particular game, and after they are done with it, they move on to the next. When you keep up, then you are engaged with them. If not, maybe you will be left behind. Of course, you can project that onto many other areas. Here I include everyone who has excessive hobbies. Whether you spend half of your life with books, series, movies, or social media is irrelevant. It is important to distinguish whether you adjust your priorities and goals to the excess of your hobbies or something else. I had aligned my priorities to gaming. Now, my priorities have a different alignment. Where to invest the time you game? Family, children, friends, sports, and your own education is the best investment from my point of view. I also started a new musical instrument, piano. I love it. The dopamine output is, of course, different when you practice an instrument than when you are gaming. You have to keep that in mind. Games are designed to give you lots of rewards in a short time frame. In real life, that works differently or it takes much longer. That's why game series are so addictive and popular. The only thing that helps here is to focus on simply getting better. In the beginning, you can also look for the reward outside of the doing by creating it for yourself. For instance, when I have memorized 5 guitar chords, I treat myself with a good tea or something else. The path is stony and thorny, but doable. I'm still on the path as well. The journey feels excellent. Maybe this is a little thought starter for you. So have a wonderful day.